All right, here we go. We got a game of Battletech. There you go. It is a kind of a cityscape right here. We got a little town going on, some high rises around this central park area right here. You can see if we can get it back panoramic right there. There you go. Coming on the board over here is a group of mercenaries who have a specific job to come in.
Take your lunch money.
Yeah. They were hired to, on the spur of the moment, in this little kind of operation, is that a company wants to drop a dropship in this area right here, so they can go. Well, it's another snatch and grab, but parked around in this central park area, in this little uprising that's going on, is some anti-aircraft assets, so they can't bring in their dropships with those in the air, right in the air, so they'll get shot down. So they hired you to come in and clean out the area. So you have to face 4 heavy mechs. You got 2 riflemen and 2 Jaegers parked over there. And when you guys come in, you'll be coming off on the edge right there. But that's the side you're coming in. Okay. All right. So we got random cards again. We got the Yo cards right here. They've been shuffled using the shuffle method. Any questions about your mission?
No.
Other than you're getting some nice sea bills out of this and some salvage.
Yay.
Let's not completely blow. Let's get some salvage this time.
Get some salvage this time. All right. So you guys would rather have money, or you rather have a mech?
Well, it depends on how this shakes out.
That's true.
Because the mechs we would have wanted from the last one kind of became craters.
Yeah. Well, that's not my fault. That's
not
your
our
fault.
either.
You're the ones that hit the ammo. All right. We'll be back with turn 1. All right. Turn 1 is in the books. You had the mercenary force over here comes strolling up using the woods as concealment. The anti-aircraft crews over here go, hey, there's something over here, and shot some AC-2s over at the guy on the open needing 12s, and came close. You seen some AC-2 rounds whizzing past your head, but that was it. Not much in the first turn, just some parting shots saying, hey, we know you're around. Other than that, you're doing the shuffle.
Yep.
All right. We'll just see who's number 1. Who's coming up first? Oh, that's you guys. Number 4. All right. So not much on the very first turn, and it's just jockeying for position. All right. We'll be back.
All right.
Okay. Turn 2. These guys over here are parked in those woods and unleashed a hail of lead towards the spider, and some of them kind of ricocheted off him and did nothing, so he's not quite hit. Needing 10s and 12s, and rolled lots of 9s and 11s. Missed by that much. So that's pretty much into turn 2, and you're still not even in range yet. You're getting hit with all those AC-2s plinking your direction, and some AC-5s.
Who are we fighting? The clans?
It's okay, eventually.
You sure about this? I don't think so. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Did you shuffle these?
Yes.
Alright, you shuffled. And, ooh, I'm the first guy up. That's the queen. And the queen is the brown Jaeger. Okay. And I'm just going to 6 it. I'm not moving. Alright, I'm having a hard enough time without moving, hitting anything. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, turn 3 is in the books, and it's been a massive pillow fight. to say the least, because everybody's fired at everybody, and even if you needed 10, you rolled 9s. If you needed an 8, you rolled 7s.
You needed 12, you rolled
11s and snake eyes. Well, I did roll 4 dice and got 4 1s, so yeah, like 2 pairs of snake eyes. What are the odds of that? That just sucks. And then we got these guys over here kind of moseying around over that flank. These guys are coming right up the middle. They did a little right up the middle, and these guys park themselves and say, hey, we don't have to move. We got the high ground. Don't try it. We have the high ground. There you go.
Yeah, well, Anakin didn't have a gun.
Yep, there you go. All right. So that is the end of turn 3. You shuffle? No, you have not shuffled. Hand it off to shovel. And we're going to turn 4. Turn 4. There we go. Turn 4 is going to be starting here real soon, and is actually shuffling, sort of. He's up. Queen. Yeah, we'll 6 it. All right, the 6 of diamonds is up because the queen already 6'd. There you go. Why move? We don't have to move yet. All right, we'll be back. Okay, turn 4 is begun. The guys come moseying up over here. Unleashed on the rifleman and the front Jaeger over here. They did 13 points of damage on the Jaeger. You didn't.
Rifleman took a laser.
Yeah, a small, medium laser. From the sway back over here, you unleashed 7.
All of the lasers, so all 8.
Oh, you fired all 8?
Yeah.
You heated up with that? I would have fired 7, so I went touch off that heat. And over here, this rifleman come moseying down the hill to get close to that flanking unit, and he took 3 medium lasers. And this hunchback and this vindicator Vindicator jumped into the building over here, fired his PPC and missed the rifleman over there. So that is pretty much the end of the turn. He's shuffled, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving on to turn 5, and at the moment, depending on how the cards come out, it may determine if these Jaegers and riflemen actually move out and do something. All right. We'll be back. All right, turn 5 is now in the books. It's kind of interesting. The hunchback unleashed with a bunch of medium lasers this way back into the rifleman and hit with only 1. And then everybody proceeded to charge up the hill into the Jaegers and the rifleman. And over here, the rifleman backed up, and the Jenner hit him with a couple rounds, and he fired back at you and missed with everything. This Jaeger over here, this camel one, the one with the LRM-15s, shot some rounds over LRMs over and hit the hunchback over there. The Vindicator fired his PPC and missed, and then it proceeded to get really ugly. A bunch of shots. The Jaegers and riflemen did do some good damage on you guys. And then, as you charged up the hill, it got turned into the melee. Yeah, not good. The rifleman kicked the hatchetman.
Ow.
Which you still got to make a pilot check for that. You're good. And then the hatchetman proceeded to turn around and...
Wolverine needs to make a pilot check?
No.
He
didn't get meleeed. Oh, yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah. He's good. And then the crab, too.
Yeah.
Crab is good. All right. So, then the Jaeger kicked on the punch table, the Wolverine, because there's level slightly down. So that was on the punch table. Did some nasty damage. And then the other Jaeger proceeded to kick the crab, and did a bunch of damage to him with a kick on the punch table. Lucky it wasn't 6s, or else you'd be dead. And let's see. And then the hatchetman turned around with his big axe, chopped into the Jaeger, and got a floaty crit and hit the ammo.
Actually, it was fist that got the crit.
It was your hatchet. Crunch, mangle, crunch, boom. And that's where you see this big smoke cloud right there, flaming parts went flying everywhere, but his reactor didn't go off. So that was the big melee fest that happened. And suddenly we were no longer having one Jaeger because it's a crater. Yeah. There you go. All right. You gotta shuffle. We gotta figure out which one we gotta pull out a card. Tell you a second here which one it is. It is the Queen. Yeah. Pull the Queen out. Queen is dead. And we'll go to turn 6. Yeah. When you only have 2 things to be hit with a crit, and you get 2 crits, and one of them's ammo, yeah, it's not good. It's a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be back. It's turn 6. Turn 6 is in the books and complete. All right, the hunchback, the rifleman backed up a little bit right there and took the hunchback, fired his medium lasers from the sway back, did a little bit of damage. The hatchetman jumped behind him and put some rounds into him, a little bit of damage. This Jenner comes whipping over here and puts a round into the rifleman. The rifleman's moseys on up and puts some stuff into the hunchback. The Jaeger with the LRM-15s unleashed on the with some LRM-15s did some damage also on the hunchback. And then the Vindicator and the hunchback fired at the rifleman, and he needed like a 12 to hit with the AC-20, and he hit. Sometimes gambling does pay off. And just caved in his front torso there and did some damage, but didn't get a crit out of that little escapade. Now the interesting thing is that during the melee phase, the hatchetman laid his hatchet into the back of the rifleman and caved through his armor, but didn't get a crit. And then the Jaeger did kick the crab, and then the crab punched the Jaeger. But the crab came out worse than that little escapade.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the end of 6. We need another die to represent turn 7. It is now turn 7. Shuffle, shuffle. Nobody died this turn, but the AA group is looking pretty ragged. Well, you guys are looking a little ragged too from getting kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting smacked around a little bit over there.
Getting smacked hard. There's not a lot of... Is there any place on that crab that hasn't gotten the armor ripped off of it?
No.
It's getting tore up. King of Diamonds is now on deck. Okay. All right. We'll be back. Turn 7. It turned into a major cluster. Let's just put it that way. The rifleman got beat down and took 2 gyro hits, fell to the ground, and he punched out because he's surrounded by enemy mechs. And he's like, it's better power of valor, and I don't want to die. The poor Jaeger, on the other hand, he took an AC-20 to the chest and cored him out, basically. So he took 2 gyro hits and from an AC-20 to the chest, fell to the ground, and
Thank God.
then it took a hatchetman, finished him off with a to the chest
I'm gonna
again.
bury the hatchet in your back.
So yeah, that was the end of him. The rifleman over here, he took a little bit of damage, but he's falling back right now. So the only thing that's on the field right now is one rifleman. So, and we're moving on to turn 8.
Surrender.
I'm gonna fall back. I'm on the radio. You, Steiner. Beep 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 beep.
Sorry, I don't speak snake.
4 of diamonds is up. All right, so that's the end of this turn. Move on to turn 8. There's one mech left in the opposition. So there we go. We'll be back. All right, it's the end of turn 8, and the rifleman is down because his gyro got shot and he fell flat on his face, but he didn't die in the process, which is amazing. And he opened his cockpit and said, "Enough's enough, I surrender," because he's not getting back up. So that's the end of the game. So you guys won. Hey. So in the process of that, you completely blew up a complete Jaeger into a massive fireball. It was in good condition until you had the floater crit entered the ammo bay and exploded.
It was going completely fine until it wasn't.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing is that the other Jaeger, he survived an ammo explosion because he used up almost all of his LRM-15 ammo, and it wasn't enough to completely obliterate him, but it was enough to put him to sleep. three head hits. Yeah, that's a bummer. He went to sleep on the very first one with Snake Eyes. Okay, so I say that's the end of the mission. What do you guys think?
Yay! Woo. We did it.
You got beat up though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You took some good damage. What'd you learn from this?
Melee is
kicking hurts more than
the weapons
punching.
fire. Do not get into kicking range of a heavy mech. It hurts. All right. So that's the one thing you learned. Lesson learned, guys. Take it to the bank for later. All right. So that's the end of the mission, and we'll see you in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it.